Well, with Wishoujo, the only good thing apparently with this company was the fact that they don't claim your IP, which means every member that now is not a part of Wishoujo anymore, they still the same people. So Iron Mouse is still Iron Mouse, like Matarakan is still Matarakan, like Amelie is still Amelie, Michi Mochibi is still Michi Mochibi, Kuro is still Kuro, whatsoever, everyone. They remain the same people. And I really think, especially now when the company is done for, all the community will just follow them. Because like, honestly, I really feel that at this point, they're gonna enter the better era of their life. Because obviously the company is always gives you a boost. Like, especially some members, of course, comes with their community. Some members, like Amelie, for example, she approached the Wishoujo not that recent, like a little bit recent ago, and she had her community, but she was boosted with Wishoujo community overall as well. Like some people just started new and they are just boosted right ahead with the company community, and that's a huge boost. But now they have their community, which has stayed with them for a while. Now they're leaving, they're becoming indie, boom, they have their community, they have the independence, they don't split their revenue with the company anymore, they can do a lot more stuff. I believe it's going to be much harder, it's going to not be very fancy like 3D concert stuff, because this is hard as fuck to, organize, like as a one person or so, or a small team. But I think they can actually develop that in the crazy good, and better lives for themselves. And I think they're gonna be in a really great position right now. And I really hope and I really believe in the fact that all the community will follow and support them, and those guys will have just amazing time. It's gonna be weird for them to be indie now, but I really love indie YouTubers, I'll be honest. I really enjoy indie YouTubers a lot. And myself, I was like, I never had this desire to join a company in my life, and I would probably love, if ever, I will grow just to stay as indie YouTuber and stuff, especially now, looking at all this shit, fucked up stuff with the corpos and stuff. But I just know that it's difficult. It is difficult to grow as an indie YouTuber. But for them that already had the base, the boost, the start boost, I think now they're gonna have just amazing time as the indies, and they're gonna totally kill it and slay it, and and shine. I'm sure karmas get fucked them behind so hard they gonna cry in the shower. The karma followed. I think the fact that right now there is no Wishoujo anymore. There cannot be agency, the talent agency existing without talents. They all quit. They all fucking quit. And no, believe me, no one in their right mind would not sign a contract right now with Wishoujo. They are so fucked right now that it's that is crazy. I'm feeling believe in karma. Me too. I really think that the instant karma followed right now. And also, I'm pretty sure the SEO laws gonna proceed and stuff like that, and it's gonna be, they are fucked. They are fucked. Well, it's a win for YouTubers that left Wishoujo. They all left and left with Wishoujo boosted community too. That's I truly believe that this is the best scenario for every VTuber. I must agree that I think that the best scenario for VTubers, right now we have this fucked up situation with Wishoujo, but imagine that that didn't happen, right? And Wishoujo was a decent company, more or less. I thought that the best scenario for VTubers would be to audition to the Wishoujo. They don't claim your IP, you're in a win situation. Then sign a fair fair contract with them. If you don't have much on you, then everything's going to be a blessing, provided by the company, because if you have a much already, build something behind your shoulders, that just doesn't worth it. But if you don't, You know, that's a blessing. Then you need to work for them 2 years, I think. That's what I heard already. Like, and you work 2 years, you get community, you get boost, you get to be known, collapse everything. 2 years pass, you drop. You say, hey, thank you, I'm done. I'm done with the company. You become indie, you drag some community with you, and you develop yourself like after that as an indie VTuber. I think that was the best scenario, honestly speaking, for every VTuber. It doesn't mean it's easy, but it's so far probably the most promising scenario. But right now it's fucked. Bishoujo is done for. They are total assholes and pure evil. Other companies are the dog shit because they didn't claim your IP. So I think actually, guys, we're low-key approaching the era of the indie VTubers, which is like very interesting, because I think indie VTubers were not that big of the thing just a few years ago. Then it started to be more popular. Still so hard to grow as an indie VTuber. That's why still people, wanted, to be an idol, apply to the companies and stuff. After all those events, and after everything we have right now on the market as the corpus, like for VTubers and stuff, I think we're actually approaching a new VTubing era where people's gonna be mostly as indie VTubers. And that's interesting. That's very interesting. That is, I don't know if that means a lot for different people, for different content creators and stuff, but it's definitely very, very interesting right now. Make a VTuber company similar to Raider for VTubers by VTubers, have them manage their own stuff. Yeah. Or like we have the mythic talents, right? They're not the VTubers like stuff and agency, they're just the talents agency, but they like, people managing their stuff, but they're taking care of the sponsors. Yeah, good shit, basically. I mean, people who didn't joined I know some bunch of YouTubers, indie VTubers that were like proposed to join Vtuber, or they auditioned to join Vtuber and were declined. They fucking dodged the bullet so hard. Like, I'm happy they dodged that bullet, honestly speaking. I'm back, welcome back. Forbidden, welcome back. More rooms for health to grow. I don't know about that. If anything, I think it means more competitions on the indie VTuber side, but I don't believe that CORPO VTubers and indie VTubers have such a big difference audience. At least not from the Vtuber. I know other companies like Ninja Sanji and others like Hololive, well, they have a little bit different like audience because they are very idol-like. They are like treat their talents as idols. Vtuber though, no, they but Vtuber talents were like pretty much for me very indie-like. They gave me the indie VTuber vibes all along. Like, if there wasn't the tag Vtuber to them, I wouldn't know they are like the company YouTubers. So I think in their case, their audience is the same as for indie VTubers audience. I don't think there's changed so much, but like certainly something's gonna change about VTuber mentality, because I know a lot of YouTubers like were like, I want to join the company, oh my god, my like dream is to join the company, be a corpo, be in Hololive, being a Vtuber, would love to be the company, like idol type girly guy and stuff like that. And I think it's gonna change. I think people's gonna be like, no, you know what, no, fuck that, to be indie is a blessing. Like, so yeah, still doesn't change the fact that it's hard to do anything as an indie, because like to manage everything as an indie is a nightmare probably. But then again, well, we see there is those good and bad sides everywhere. There have been more support for indie VTubers. I mean, honestly, I also like genuinely stands by the fact that again, doesn't apply that much for Vtuber, because I think the target audience again was very much almost the same target audience as it was for the indie VTubers. Like, at least it was very similar. Like for the companies like Hololive or Ninja Sanji, like where they created this idol type like audience there are for company. not for the person. They're gonna like this new band that they released. Oh, those like personas they play. The personas, like they usually play the character and stuff. Again, not applied to Bishoujo that much. They're gonna love the appeal they create, the character they create, and that the fact that they are related to that big company, Hololive or something. They're gonna be there. A lot of base there are for the company. They're like, oh, there's new talent of the company, yeah, of the CORPO, yeah, we're excited, but they are not excited towards the person itself, like their characteristic, their character, like their true identity. They're not gonna be there for there. You're indie, you create like everything by yourself basically, and like I know guys, like every one of you is like, we're a small community, but like we are super lovely. I know you're super supportive, and I know that you're there for me. Like most of the time, like of course you can have preferred games, preferred categories, yapping, gaming. Someone's come here for the Hollow Knight, someone for Gamba, whatsoever. But like most of you will be there for me, and that is a great support for me as the creator overall. I must say, and I will confirm, that the fact is that, you know, you can chat with your community and your community can provide you a tons of support as you do, guys. Like even in the most stressful time, it's gonna lift you up. Like I know that when I was on my lowest, like a few months ago again, and I was like, guys, I don't want to quit streaming for months. I will come here. I don't feel okay. I feel as shit. I'm not entertaining. I'm, you know, so close to just break down, cry. The crash of the OBS just made me crash out, cry, and want to end the stream. And you are there for me. I just know that when I come in that moment, in the lowest of my life, you still like, you know, supportive towards me. You will not expect me to play in front of you and be perfect all the time. And I'm always crying because that's emotional. But like, yeah, it's so sweet. It's like, you know, if I ever grow the community bigger and succeed as a VTuber, I also will know that I built it that steady, one by one. There's those people who always just support me and there for me, and they just there for me. Not for the freaky stuff, not the character I create or my YouTuber model only or something. And this is something like, you know, I think this is something that also like reveal you from the stress that YouTubing can bring on you, overall content creation can bring on you. Still stand by the fact that whenever you are a content creator, small or big one, especially the big one, but whenever you are small or big, you're an influencer. And that's claims by them, you know, the words talking about it. Okay, I can't talk anymore. Like the word influencer speaks by itself. Like you influence people. Whenever the amount of people might be, there's 10 people, there's 100 people, thousands of people. Influencer is always an influencer. So you need to filter what you put there. You need to behave. You need to be a decent person. You need to, you need to keep your you need to keep still, like, you need to keep that in mind, okay? You cannot just go around and say whatever random shit and be like, oh, I don't care. No, you need to care because you're literally there influencing people. So you need to take responsibility. But, I feel like that one, and just be real and, true and feel comfortable whenever with what you do is stands. It can stand beside each other and, work good.